Hey folks, wasa siete. So before we get to the giveaway, we got some business we're gonna do. First off, we're gonna reduce down this thick spall. So this is a typical spall off a hornstone nodule, a small hornstone nodule, and they come and they're kind of fat like this. And so you get this, you're a new napper, you get this and you're like, well, what do I do with this? And by the time you get done with it, there's nothing left of it. So I'm going to try and show you how I go about reducing this. There's a lot of Cortex on here, as you can see. And this Cortex is around the top also. And the Cortex, this soft Cortex, can also be difficult to get through, you know. But first thing I do is I take a bopper and I knock some of this Cortex back away from the edge. That would be the step number one for me. And you can see that's just knocking the Cortex back. Okay, so we got that knocked back away from the edge, but we still got this giant turtleback, right? So right now there's not really a tip or anything else. It's pretty much just round. So this is where the ball percussion is, and I'm going to take a flake across this bottom first. Just like that. And you could save that and make an arrowhead out of that. Okay, now we got to start coming back the other direction to get something over this. So how I'm going to do that is we got to start of a ridge right here, and I'm going to pop a piece of that off. Like that. Basically, it's just striking down. And that's going to elevate this platform. I need to move this just a little bit. That's going to elevate this platform up some. Now, it's just about at center. Just about. But it can be well below and it'll be okay too. We're just trying to get that initial flake to come across this. You can see we've got this. There was a ridge in the Cortex. Gotta make sure your angle's right. Can't reconstruct that, but you can see how we came across the top there, and that reduced it some. But now we're just going to use those little bitty angles to try and take off some more. So that one initial flake has opened us up . Okay, let's see. Let's hit down right here on this edge. Bring this side up a little bit. So I've established this is pretty much our length here. So we turned that, hit down on this, brought this edge up. That gave us a platform to hit on. And you can see how we wrapped. It actually came all around to this side. We took all that thickness off with that one flake. And now that left us with a ridge right here, which we will abrade. see how much that came off. And there's a point in that. Okay, so now we're gonna, I didn't grind that enough. You can see how much flatter we're getting. And that, taking that off, left us another ridge right here. And we got these ridges back here. I wish that would have went all the way across, but it's not a problem. Because we got a point right here that's below center. Remember our center line's here. This is below center. So we came right across and met that. We've got a platform right here. It's a little bit high, but let's skim some off that bottom. Because now that I got that big turtleback off, when I finish this, I'm going to try and take as much of this bottom off as I can and save this top material. Now that stuff comes up in this a little ways, but it seems to be flaking across it just fine. This is some really nice hornstone, and you are going to get some of that. Now, you can get it that doesn't have any of that in it, and that would be your perfect piece, right? But this stuff right here is very nice hornstone. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Beautiful material. As I've said before, not all hornstone's that way, but that can be said about any material, really. Now, we didn't measure this, but we did maintain about as much size as you could expect to maintain, I would think. And that's it. We're in a biface. So that's how I go about reducing nodules like that. We're much thinner. It won't take much to make that into a point. But let's